Hi, welcome to another episode of Keto Cooking. Well, today we're checking out the blackened Barramundi with Dijonnaise. And I'm really not sure if it's called Beer Monday because it could be just Beer Monday. Barramundi, I don't know. It's fish, white fish, blackened with a Dijonnaise and a little bit of kale salad underneath. Should be delicious. So we're going to try it out. It doesn't look too hard. I'm going to maybe go through a few of the steps here, It's basically got some pecans, some green pepper, celery, collard greens, Roma tomatoes again, some blackening slices, roasted red peppers. They really like the red peppers. It's supposed to be very good for, keto thing. And a Creole Dijonnaise with avocado mayo. So all of that sounds good with some fresh fish and a panko breadcrumbs. Should be good. This time I'm actually going to try to read the instructions first because last time I didn't. And we were making the grilled peppers last time, if you caught that one. And I literally did not put the peppers in the oven. I preheated the oven, but didn't follow all the steps. So we're going to go through this. Looks simple. Chop, boom, move that. Toast the nuts. Make sure your nuts are toasted because that's always a good. Season and cook the fish. Well, it's generally a good idea. And saute veggies and plate your own dish. So it looks really easy. We're going to start doing a little bit of chopping, see how everything goes, and come back and join me in just a second. Welcome back. So I got, this is the Green Chef Blackened Barramundi with Dijonnaise. I think it's Barramundi, I'm not really sure, but let's see what we got. We'll open this up a little bit here. We got some fresh kale. Yummy. Half a pepper, already cored. So this is interesting. Last time they did not open the paper. This time they did. Green onion. Got some celery sticks. Some pecans. Some chopped red pepper. Some Dijonnaise. Blackened seasoning. So, what they want me to do is chop up the pecans. Get that going. I guess if I do that, I need a knife. Huh? No. So we're going to slowly chop up the pecans here, get those all nice and chopped and stuff like that so we can go ahead and toast these and get these veggies going. This should be fun. So this is our second meal with Green Chef. The first one was really good. The interesting stuff is when you're I hate to say this about a diet, but when you're learning that portion sizes are actually a thing and you hadn't been doing proper portion sizes for a while, and so you start going, oh, well, maybe that wasn't exactly the way it was supposed to be. So let's go ahead and do this, and we're going to put here. And so, just for the record, I am not a professional chef, so I do some stuff that probably shouldn't be done there. Like trying to get nuts into a cupcake ramekin. Now, it's going to want me to toast these over low heat. So we'll go ahead and toast those. I guess nuts taste better when they're toasted. Who knew? I told you. That was one of the things I found out with Green Chef is that, you're going to learn something every time you do this because every time it's going to be a little bit different. Okay? All right, cut the celery up into little pieces. So cut that up nice and good. Okay, and I'm going to move this all off into a bowl. Have it later. It wants me to dice up a pepper. I need to get all my seeds out of here. They did pretty good, so it's nice because they kind of cored the peppers for you already. So you don't have to do that. It's just these little food delivery services are just really nice for doing stuff like this because it just gives you a little bit of everything you need to make it, that dinner good, quick, tasty. One thing we have to say about the last one, it was very delicious. So we're looking forward to this one. What's really interesting, and if anyone in the comments knows, this is called a Barramundi fish or something like that. A Barramundi? Here, I'll put it in front of the camera. Okay. Oh, here it's upside down. Blackened Barramundi with Dijonnaise. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly what that is. It's supposed to be called. But I'm thinking it's kind of like a Chilean sea bass, you know, because what I hear is like the overfishing has causing stuff like Chilean sea bass to be really overfished and overfarmed. So that might be what it is there's other fish that are like the Chilean sea bass, but since they aren't really Chilean sea bass, they can't legally call them that. And, you know, the whole fish thing in the ocean probably is a whole other episode that we could do. But so let me just go through the first step. So basically they want me to roughly chop the pepans, medium dice the green peppers into pieces, medium dice the celery. Now I got to remove any thick centers and the collard greens and chop up the leaves, and then medium dice the Roma tomatoes. So we're going to put this in here too. And we got, so with this now we got to take this pepper. And so this is nice. So for me, I'm not a professional chef. I really don't know that much of what I'm doing. And so some of you will notice that. But some of you are like, oh my God, he knows how to use a knife. I'm like, well, I've used a knife before. And then you got this, and they're like, okay, so get rid of all this piece. I don't know why you don't chop that up and cook it, but okay, I'll just trust them on that. And then we're going to do this one and slice that up. And we'll do this one. Almost threw away the wrong part. Cooking with kale, you know? Whoever thought that it would happen, you know? So this is how they kind of introductory you. Who knows? I'll be a vegetarian next, you know? Just a little bit of kale, this. So I'm going to go through and chop this stuff. So, you know, is this exactly perfectly diced? No. Could we have done it a different way? I'm sure. If you have tips or cooking stuff, let me know. I know it's my cooking show, but, you know, hey, that's the whole thing. This is a journey. This isn't about me being the expert. This is about me just somebody trying to figure out how to do this, you know, because I need to get my sugar under control and I need to lose a little weight. So we're going to go step by step and take the necessary, try to do what we can and do our part in here. And if you saw the last episode, you know what we do is we remove the things now because we don't want to cook the plastic. So, you know, I'm just going to dice up 2 stickers. Does it really need 2 stickers? I mean, really. Aha. Okay. So they tried to trick me there with 2 stickers on the. Don't poke yourself with the knife. Just, you know, just because you're on TV, you know, doing the filming it, just, you don't need any extra space. So I'm just going to dice this up. Nice little diced tomatoes here. And then we're going to just chop that up nicely. Those nice little tomatoes for the salad too. And then I guess we're throwing all of that into a saute pan. So I'm going to move this from here and we'll go join you in a second. Okay, I got our freshly chopped pecans here. I'm going to throw those in the thing. And I have never toasted nuts before. Don't know if I've over chopped. I might have over chopped. I'm supposed to just, you know, season these, kind of bring them around a little bit until they get flavorful, smoky even. So it says 1 to 2 minutes. So, you know, we'll echo timer 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Okay. Seems like an easy enough thing. Dry heat, nuts, pan, Who knew you could get like this extra little kick out of nuts? You know, especially because nuts are such a good thing to eat. You know, when you're doing keto, because it's like you can have nuts, but you can't have everything. And so nuts being one of the few things that you can have, it's kind of nice to know you can kind of do some things to maybe doctor up your nuts a little bit. Speaking of nuts, I found a really kind of cool thing called Mike's Nuts. And he does some really cool stuff. But I'm going to show that in another video, so I'm going to hold on to that for right now. But Mike's Nuts they do like candied nuts, like candied pecans and Walmart and stuff like that. But it's all keto friendly. So like the whole thing of candied nuts is like 5 grams of carbs. So I'll have a link to the other video. Watch that, and we'll check it out. Okay. So it's kind of interesting you do this part first with all the other stuff that you have to do. Maybe because you'd forget about it, or it just doesn't have time. Because you're kind of putting this at the end, so I would think that would be different. I don't know if I'm looking for something. I guess you're supposed to smell it. It smells like toasted pecans. I guess that's good. Echo, stop. So that would be it. So I'm going to transfer these to another dish. Okay, I've got my nuts transferred. You don't see that every day. They're toasted and transferred, so we're going to go on to step 3. Step 3, season with salt, rub some blackened spices on them, cooking oil, and so I'm going to pat the fillets and place on a plate, season with salt and pepper, and about half the spices in drizzle and with cooking oil. And so let me get to patting, and I will be right back. Okay, I got my barramundi here. I have patted them dry, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on there to taste. Nice. And a little pepper. Okay. And then I want to put 1.5, about a tablespoon of cooking oil, and then 2 tables of cooking oil in the pan. So do that. 1, 2. There we go. And I think it wanted me to rub that in. Yeah, rub it in. Ooh, see me rub my barramundi. I toasted my nuts, and I'm rubbing my barramundi. This is just going to be fun. Got nothing like a little bit of barramundi cooking. Okay. Skin sides up. So this is kind of an interesting thing because, you got to read these little details, and one of the little details was, skin side up. So put these in the pan here. Echo, timer, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
So it says 5 to 7 minutes, I've got to flip it over and stuff, each side. Oh, 5 to 7 minutes on each side. So I will be back. Let me go ahead and cook this a little bit, and then we'll cook the other side. And we should have some fish. Okay, so the timer just went off, so I'm going to go ahead and flip these. I did realize that, I still managed to miss one part of the directions. And that was to add the blackening seasoning to the fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some of it now. Because, better late than never, right? And I'm supposed to leave about half of this for the next thing. So I guess if I put it on earlier, it'd be more evenly distributed, but you know, it's going to be what it is. I'm going to start doing the veggies. Echo, set timer, 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now.
Okay. So that's going up, and that's looking good. And we need to figure out how to do these veggies now. So, 2 tablespoons of cooking oil again. That's about 2 tablespoons. You know, some of the stuff might work better if I actually measured it, but you know, it's never been my style, so that's what you get. You get what you're coming for here. So we're going to do the bell pepper, the roasted red peppers, and celeries. And then we're not putting the collards in for it yet. Okay, we'll start with the roasted red pepper. And we'll try not to cook any of the plastic. So I'd always use roasted red peppers for salads. I never really thought of cooking with it, so that's interesting. Might give an interesting flavor for things. Get that smokiness there. And the veggies. We'll put that in there. Stir that up a little bit. Now it wants me to do this right here for 4 to 5 minutes. So when the fish is done, we'll do this, and I'll put the collards and tomato in there, and that should be kind of done. So I was realizing that the fish was going to be done, and then we were going to have to wait again. So give this a time to cook up a little bit here. So the thing with these recipes is I kind of want to like add some more veggies to that. I'm like, oh, that's really great, but what if I added like some more veggies and made that a little bit more, you know, a little thicker salad or something more. You know, last time I went and did a side salad. But you know what? I'm trying to stick to what we got, and then make some changes, you know, later. So the Monday looks good. A little salt in here. I almost always say a quarter teaspoon of salt. It's like always a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then the pinch of pepper, right? Oopsie. Did anybody see that? Hope not. Now I gotta watch the pepper grater go. Okay, I'll see you in a second here. I tell you one thing this does, is it really gives you that feeling of cooking, you know? It's like, I'm sauteing some stuff, and I got some fish going, and, you know, you would think that, okay, that's maybe more complicated recipe, you know, for someone who doesn't cook a lot, or maybe just cooks a steak. You're like, oh, okay, this is not so hard. You know, veggies are softening here, we got some stuff going on, and, you know, it just doesn't seem so bad, you know? Okay, so we've done enough here. That's good. I think I'm going to flip these one more time. Might be a mistake, but I'm going to try it anyway. So I got the blackening on there. And I'm going to give these an extra like minute or two, just like that. And then with veggies, I'm going to go ahead now and add the guess what? I just figured out where the rest of the blackening spices were supposed to go. Oh. Okay, that was messy. Whoops. Shh. Don't tell anyone that kind of that wasn't supposed to be there. Now we're going to go ahead and add the collards and the tomatoes in here. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. I'm going to go ahead and take the fish off, and we're going to go ahead and plate that. Yeah, that was good. Meanwhile, we're going to saute this up here. Echo timer, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
I think really what you're doing here is just kind of wilting the greens, and I'm going to migrate over here. Just because it's a little closer, a little easier to see. But look at those greens. Don't those greens look good? I'm going to see if there's anything else here I missed. Like adding the blackening seasoning. Okay, just until the collards get in the wilt. Gonna throw a little more pepper in there. I feel like it calls for balsamic, you know. Maybe I'll put a little balsamic drizzle on. Ooh, but is that keto? Maybe that's why you don't do that. Okay, let's plate this up. No matter how big your kitchen is, you always need a little extra room. It's really great. And I'm lucky to have a really great kitchen here to start with, but we're going to take half of this. We're going to put here on the plate. Spread that out. And then we're going to take another one of these fillets, put right on top of there. Looks pretty good. Well, I will tell you in a little bit how this is, but looks pretty good. Another win-win here, I think, for Green Chef. So, Echo, stop. But yeah, and you got timers. So, well, thank you, everybody, and I will catch you with the next recipe. Okay, so I did forget one more thing. So last part was the Dijonnaise dressing, because I don't know why I forgot. You know, because it was the Barramundi with Dijonnaise. You know, you would think that you would go, oh, hey, I have this Dijonnaise dressing. What should I do with it? Well, it looks like you're supposed to actually put it on there, you know, and just kind of drizzle that on. They say to taste, but I don't know how you taste it if you haven't started eating it yet. I guess that gives us a little less to put on there later. And then we got the toasted pecans there we put there. So we're going to drizzle these on here. And then we're done. Delicious. This time I think we actually finished it. So pretty good. I would say that, you know, I mean, if anything you want, you know, the Clean Plate Club is probably what you're going to looking for if you're going to look for you know, a success story on the thing. So the fish was good. The stuffed peppers were good. So far we're 2 for 2. Everything's been tasty. Now I will say one thing though is it did not fill me up. So I actually do have some chicken grilling right now to kind of to supplement it. But you know, I think that's one of those things. Learning as I'm learning keto, and the diet part of keto is to try to keep your calories kind of low. I haven't got that all the way down yet, so I'm working on it. But you know, follow my journey here on keto cooking, and we'll tell you what you got next. Okay, see you. Bye. So how was the fish?
The fish was good.
Still a little hungry though?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. And we're cooking up some chicken here, and we'll have that next.
The veggies were really good. I was surprised.
At first you didn't like them, but they
No.
kind of went the al dente, and they kind of...
If they had a little bit more pecans on.
Oh, you know, there actually was more pecans.
OMG. That's my snack.
So, yes, I should have...
He shortchanged me.
I shortchanged her on dressing, and I shortchanged her on pecans. So there was definitely a problem there because I did not give her all of the toasted... I toasted those, too.
I know, they're very good.
Yeah, but I did not give them all to you because I forgot. So,
now they're mine.
but she gets them now, so they get the snacks. So, but it's funny that the toasted pecans was the thing because I drizzled them on there, but I didn't really just like go crazy with them. So now I know.
Yep.
See you next time on Keto Cooking.